First of all, I hope all of you had very good holidays. If you guys don't already know, I actually got a brand new Razer Huntsman TE keyboard for Christmas. And if you guys want, be sure to leave a comment letting me know if you got anything over the holidays, and if yes, what did you get? Anyways, in this video, I am going to explain how to determine what type of playstyle you have, along with why you should know it and how to practice it. Alright, be sure to stick around until the end of the video so that you guys do not miss any important information. And also consider using code SONATAFN in the Fortnite item shop. And if you do stay until the end, feel free to leave a comment letting me know. So some of you guys might be asking, why should I find my playstyle? I know how I play and I can easily understand it. Well, the main reason that I would recommend figuring out your playstyle is it will let you know how to play in various tournaments. An example of this is if you're a passive player, maybe you should play in the DreamHack more than you should play in the Cash Cups. Understanding your playstyle will also really help sort out your practice schedule. So if you're trying to prepare for DreamHack, maybe you should play a bit more placement in arena and scrims while you practice. And if you know your playstyle, it will help you identify how to practice for those competitive events. Also, if you understand your playstyle properly, then it'll help you understand what you need to work on. For example, if you're a W here, then maybe you should be working on your piece control a bit more. Another example is if you're a passive player, then maybe you should be working on your tarping and your rotations a little bit more than your piece control. The main reason that you should just really understand what your playstyle is because it'll help you understand how you want to play and how people will react to the way that you play. What's best about having a set playstyle is that you can study the way that opponents will react to you in game. So the simple answer is that you should really just know your playstyle because it'll help you understand yourself a little bit better. Alright, now I'm going to be going over the different types of playstyles. So the first one that you may have saw in the thumbnail is the W here, or the aggressive player. So basically this type of player is the guy that plays arena and consistently drops high kill games. Also, this is the person that gets most of their points off of killing people in various tournaments. This is also the guy that has really good piece control, really good mechanics, really good aim, the list goes on and on. So basically, I'm going to be going over how to play if you are a W here. So various players that do have an aggressive playstyle are Wave Vidal, there's Noah Riley, there's Epic Reet, there's Unknown, and then there's a bunch of different other players. If you're a W here, the things that you should really be focusing on is your piece control, your aim, and your general mechanics. That's really the most important thing. And the thing that I would work on if I'm a W here is really to plan out how you're going to W key intelligently. Don't just push stupid fights that nobody would ever take. One of the ways that most people die in arena and various tournaments is they'll push very stupid fights that make no sense. A good rule of thumb in choosing whether a fight is intelligent or not to take is to look around at your surroundings. Really just think about what you have and what those enemy players might have by listening off of sound cues, by looking at the fight itself, and also by identifying where people are around you. I would also recommend VOD reviewing not only yourself, but I would also recommend reviewing professional players who are very good W keyers like the ones I listed before. I think one of the best players that I learned from the most in the past couple of months is Wave Vidal. He's an EU pro and he's one of the best that you can watch right now. Alright, so the next type of playstyle that I'm going to be going over is known as the passive playstyle. So this type of playstyle is really good for the type of people that really want to farm off placement points in arena and tournaments. The passive player is the type of player that works on their tarping a lot along with their rotations, and basically most of the time they'll land on the outskirts of the map and rotate to the dead side of zone. Some pros with a passive playstyle are Andalex, Tayson, Edgy, and Hoofishy, and those are just a few out of many passive pros. So if you guys do not know, the dead side of zone is the side of zone where there are the least people. Oftentimes it is closest to the edge of the map. And the congested side is where the most people are. And oftentimes that's closest to the center of the map. So to work on your passive playstyle, you should really just work on your map knowledge, you should work on your chest location, and especially focus on good rotations. If you guys don't know, in my Season 5 meta video, I went over the brand new meta of fishing. If you're a passive player, you should really revolve your drop spot and basically your entire game around fishing. You need to make sure that you have a bunch of rift fish, you need to make sure that you have some floppers and shield fish. If you have rift fish during mid and late game, it's the most overpowered tool for you to rotate and progress during your game. So to sum it all up, basically the passive player is the type of player that likes to play very safe and not really push very many kills. Alright, so the final playstyle that I'm going to be going over is my personal playstyle, and it is the playstyle that many different pro players have. So in this playstyle, basically, it takes all of the positives of the W key playstyle and all of the positives of the passive players, and you put them together into one perfect technique. So now I'm going to list a couple of different pros that have this type of playstyle. There's Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage, Arkram, Epic Whale, Booga, and Jock. So obviously all of the pros that I just listed are tier 1 professional players across their various regions. And the reason for this is because I personally think that the hybrid playstyle is the best type of playstyle. These pro players tend to land a slightly low-key drop spot that is not very contested, and then try not to fight during mid-game, and then go pretty full aggressive during endgame and try to get a bunch of kills. Mr. Savage summarized it perfectly by saying that he likes to play safe, but if he sees a kill that he knows that he can get, he'll go all in on it.
My playstyle is like, I like playing passive. If I feel like I can get a kill somewhere, then I usually go like all in on it. I only try and take fights when I actually need someone else's gear.
So if you're in this playstyle, you should really be practicing everything. You should practice your mechanics, you should practice rotations, you should really just be a well-rounded player like Benji Fishy and all of these extremely well-rounded players. All these players succeed in every tournament. And I personally feel that if you master this hybrid playstyle, it will really benefit you in the long run. On that account, that is the video on how to find what type of playstyle you have. If you did find it helpful, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel for more educational Fortnite content. I'm going to be trying a little bit of a more interactive form of content with the next few uploads, so please let me know if you'd like it in the comments below. If you guys are interested in checking out my Twitch, my Twitter, or my Discord server, there's a link in the description for those. And if you guys like this type of content, be sure to leave a comment letting me know that it helped you out. But that's about it for this video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in 2021. Bye, guys.